Hey everyone, Odyssey here, and check it out. Oh man, this is so awesome. I love messing with minecarts, and being able to do stuff like this now is just awesome. There's like so many possibilities. Yeah, so I've been messing with minecarts and slime blocks for the last couple of days, and I actually managed to make a couple elevator designs, one of which is actually a multi-level elevator. But that one is a little too complicated to do a tutorial on, so I'll probably just make a showcase video on it later today. This one, on the other hand, which is just for general purpose upwards travel, is actually pretty simple. It's a nice and easily expandable design, so just about anyone should be able to build it. And so I'm actually going to do a tutorial on this one. It's got kind of like a chain link look to it, kind of cool. And if you're wondering why I used tripwire here instead of using something like a torch tower, that's to get around a couple timing issues with the mine carts, and to make it more consistent and more reliable. I originally tried to make it go really fast for the torch tower, but I was having difficult getting the timing right. I could get it to go up like 4 or 5 levels, and then it would just stop. And I finally figured out what was going on. So if I hit this button right here, me and this minecart will get shot up at the same time, and you'll see that this minecart lags behind by like 2 ticks. Yeah, it's kind of odd. Makes for some strange timing issues in an elevator design. So eventually, I would just like screw it, let the minecart control its own timing using tripwire, and that ended up being the right decision because it made everything a lot simpler, and it made it more consistent and reliable. So I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, and if you're wondering whether or not you can actually ride up this, you can. So I'll go ahead and hop in and show you that. Woohoo! Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. Yeah, so uh, let's go ahead and get into the building. All right, so I'm gonna build 3 parts for you. The bottom part, which is what launches the minecart up, and then the middle segment, which is what you repeat over and over depending on how high you want to go, and then finally the top segment, which is the same thing pretty much as the middle segment. It just has this little booster block right here that gets pushed over and lets the minecart take off. And anywhere I use obsidian, you're going to have to use an unmovable block like a furnace or a note block or obsidian, so keep that in mind. And if you're trying to calculate how high or how many segments you need to build, um, every segment is 7 blocks tall, so for every 7 blocks up, you're going to need another segment. So that's how you would calculate that. Yeah. Alright, so here's our bottom launcher, and we're going to grab some unmovable blocks and put them around it like this, and take it up to here. And we want the minecart line to come in from 1 block above the sticky piston. Then we're going to take this back, and right here we're going to put a repeater on full delay and some redstone dust behind that. And on top of the redstone dust, we're going to put a detector rail, and then this is wherever your line comes in from. Alright, now right here I'm going to show you a repeatable pattern coming up from this block that will allow you to make sure that everything is spaced correctly, so that way you don't screw up the spacing. What we're going to do is we're going to go a 4 block space above the obsidian, sticky piston, slime block, obsidian, and then another 4 block space. And you repeat that pattern, and that will make sure that everything is spaced out correctly. And then behind these slime blocks, we're going to need more sticky pistons. Ooh. Oh, dang it. There we go. Alright, now coming up from here, from the obsidian, we're going to go 2 blocks up, out, and then another 3 blocks up, and then back in. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And then where this slime block is, we're going to need unmovable blocks. And then we're going to fill this in and grab some tripwire hooks there and there, and some string. And then coming out of the tripwire hooks, we're going to go out 2 like this, then 3 here, and up. And we're going to go redstone, redstone, and redstone, 1 tick delay, and a 3 tick delay. And then we're just going to repeat that pattern going up. So up 2, out, up 3, and back in. and fill this in. Tripwire hook there, and string there. Now, the top section is a little bit different, so we don't actually need a sticky piston right here. Instead, what we're going to put is a normal piston. And then right here, we're going to put a slime block and a obsidian block. So that way the slime block doesn't move it where that tripwire hook is. And then we're going to put a sticky piston going out like this. And that's what will push over this block and allow the minecart to take off. So now we're going to put in the little rail. And let's grab a lever. And the redstone is pretty much the same off the back. We're going to go out two like this, 3 over and up. And then go redstone, redstone. 1 tick delay, 3 tick delay, and redstone right there. And then the only difference is we're going to take the signal over to this sticky piston and put 2 repeaters on full delay just to be safe. So that way we make sure that these pistons don't interfere with each other. And that should come over and boost the minecart out. Let's see, and then we're going to go obsidian up like this. Yeah, doesn't really matter, but is that all there is to it? Let me make sure. Yeah, I think so. Let's test it out. Oh, forgot the front. That's right. So I like to use stained glass for the front. Let's go up 1 like that. And then keep in mind, where this obsidian is, you're going to have to use unmovable blocks again, because that slime block will grab them. And let's just take this up. Yep, there you go. And let me put this down. Get a button. And a minecart with chest. Alright, if everything's right, it should work, so let's cross our fingers. Awesome. Yeah, so that's it. This middle section right here, you just repeat this design as much as you need until you've gone up as high as you need. And this top section is, pretty simple. It's almost the same thing, except for just a couple little modifications. But pretty neat design. Hopefully you guys find a good use for it. Actually, before I cut the video, I want to talk for a second about the timing. So as I showed there, it's a 1 tick delay here and a 3 tick delay there for all the sections. But you do have to modify it a little bit as you go higher and higher. So these places where I have diorite marked here, I had to make it a 2 tick, 4 tick delay. And it's an easy modification. Like once you figure it out, it's pretty consistent. And this is the first level and the 4th level. Both of those I had to make a 2 tick, 4 tick delay. And I'm assuming that if you go above 8 segments, I've only built 8 here, but if you go higher, at some point you're going to have to build another section that's 2 tick, 4 tick instead of the 1 tick, 3 tick. So keep that in mind. If you get a place where the minecart doesn't go up, just try this 2 tick, 4 tick thing. And by the way, the minecart with chest actually works with a 1 tick, 3 tick here. I just made it 2 tick, 4 tick for the rider while he's in a minecart, because when you're in a minecart, you're actually higher, so you activate the tripwire a little bit earlier, so it changes the timing some. But it's pretty easy to figure out, and once you do get it figured out, like I said, it's really consistent, so that's the most important part. But yeah, so here's a fun design for you guys. Hopefully you were able to do the tutorial and build it in your world and stuff, and yeah, thanks for watching.